Good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a amazing morning this morning. Today is Friday, August the 15th, 2025, and this is a tropical update for this morning. So today we have Tropical Storm Erin here, and we also have something else right here. This is something new here. It has a 50 it now has a 50% chance of development now. And I won't argue that this has a shot of becoming a tropical depression today, a short-lived tropical depression. Even the National Hurricane Center is saying it's going to become a short-lived tropical depression before it moves into Texas. And I say the reason why I say is it has a good chance because it has really good convection. All right, so tropical storm Erin. It has actually did a whole lot of strengthening on yesterday. As of the latest advisory, it is now a 70 miles an hour tropical storm now, and it's going to continue to strengthen as it moves west northwest at 17, and then when it starts begin to make that turn, we're not really that sure, but I say this thing has a good chance of turning away from the coast. But then again, it can head more closer to the East Coast, and that will mean more for the East Coast. But it has a good chance of turning away from the East Coast before it makes a landfall. But it does have a chance of coming extremely close to the East Coast, but most models say that it's going to turn probably, let's see here. Let me take off these arrows here. Most models are saying that it's going to turn like this or like this. So it all depends on what these high pressures are going to do with it. These high pressures, I'm not sure if the high pressure is there, but let's just say that the high pressures is what's steering this is what's going to steer this thing to turn. It's going to go in between these high pressures, and it can find a escape route and prevent it from hitting the East Coast. Bermuda, I say you have to watch out for this as well, because it can make a close approach to you as well. But I say the greatest threat with Tropical Storm Erin is just rough surf, very high rip currents, and some potential isolated heavy rain for these islands here, which as they do got a tropical storm watch for those islands. I will show you that right here on this video. And here is the cone of uncertainty on Tropical Storm Erin. If you can see, here's Tropical Storm Erin right now. Tropical Storm Erin is a 70 miles an hour tropical storm. It's supposed to become a hurricane this afternoon. And then if we keep going here, probably by August the 17th into the 18th, we can have a Category 4 on our hands, which is right here, is where the cone of uncertainty says this thing is going to become a Category 4. And then the rest of the cone of uncertainty right here just say a Category 3 hurricane. Now, this storm can go anywhere inside the cone here. It can go like that. It can go like that. This is just, how they say it, just the area where Tropical Storm Erin can go. It can go outside of this center area. It can go outside of the cone. It can go somewhere else in the cone. This is just where it's potentially going to go, inside the cone. So yeah, this storm can end up anywhere in this area here. So we will be watching Tropical Storm Erin potentially today becoming Hurricane Erin. In this area of yellow, we have a tropical storm watch in this area here. Potential for a rain threat, yes. We do have possibly 4 to 6 inches for these islands here. With the outer bands of Tropical Storm Erin, likely to become Hurricane Erin. The outer bands are supposed to come toward the islands here and bring some 4 inches to 6 inches isolatedly. Here is a amazing satellite image from Tropical Storm Erin. If you can see, Tropical Storm Erin is actually doing some explosive convection. So we have some explosive convection happening with Tropical Storm Erin, likely to become Hurricane Erin this afternoon, and I wouldn't doubt that this would become a hurricane this afternoon. Look at that. Nice explosive convection, and this thing looks like it's really starting to strengthen. If you can see, look at the center there. We possibly might see an eye develop with Tropical Storm Erin when it becomes Hurricane Erin. And all eyes are on this storm as well. My eyes are on it as well. This has a shot of becoming a tropical depression today. Before it moves into Texas. This has a 50% chance of development, and I say it has a likely chance of becoming a tropical depression before it moves into Texas. It can be a short-lived tropical depression. This thing has actually did some explosive convection in these areas here. If you can see in these areas here, we have some explosive convection, and this is actually showing some signs of strengthening. So yeah, I am supposed to see there's supposed to be a new advisory that comes out at 11 a.m. It's almost 11 a.m. I want to argue for the next advisory. We can possibly have Hurricane Erin, and this can be possibly a tropical depression. If it's not, it can turn into a tropical depression later on. I wouldn't argue that this would become our next tropical depression, a short-lived tropical depression. And it will bring some locally heavy rainfall to Texas. And that's it for this video, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this tropical update this morning. And the next advisory comes out at 11 a.m. I'll be checking that out, but I won't be sure if I'm going to make a new video. If I have to, possibly. I'm not sure, but I can make my mind up with that. I hope you have a good morning, everybody. Me making this video, I kind of had a hard time this morning. I had to keep restarting, and I kind of had a hard time with that. But I know God is faithful. God is with me. Thank God I'm here today, just breathing on this earth. I see another day. Guys, always trust in God, everybody. I don't care what it is. If it's hard times, if it's good times, always thank God, trust in God, and always keep a whole lot of faith. Okay, if there's something happening in your life that you're going through something, just always trust in God, and God will pull you through. And I'm just so grateful, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. All right, everybody. We just got the new advisory that just came out, and we now have Hurricane Erin now. Tropical Storm Erin is no longer a tropical storm. It is now Hurricane Erin. Category 1 hurricane, 75 miles an hour makes it a hurricane. It is moving west-northwest at 18 miles an hour. So we now got Hurricane Erin, the first hurricane of the 2025 Atlantic hurricane season.